Interested in my wares?
You would gather materials here, Master. Can we really afford to carry more?
We have arrived.
Clark means to unveil the sculpture before a select audience. He asked me to extend an invitation to you as well. I will await you at his estate in Vernworth's noble quarter.
Must have a rest. Can't afford
Tis all rather sudden, but I suppose we've no reason to refuse. Shall we make for the point of departure? Follow me. I will guide you to the location.
Well, now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.
interested in my wares? A mug of ale.
I've got to focus.
Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
I've ne'er seen this sort of craftsmanship. How'd they work such a pattern into the blade? Hi there, Arisen. Forgive me, but I've made nary a lick of progress toward restoring that sword of yours. The blade's make is as intricate as 'tis beautiful. Suppose that's why these things ne'er see battle, eh? If I only knew how to create this pattern on the steel, mayhap the rest had come easier.
What are you jabbering about now?
Oh,
You're looking at the work of a blaze hammer. 'Tis a process scarce employed, but one befitting the prestige of a regalia sword. Honestly, girl, you're no apprentice of mine if you can't figure out aught as simple as that.
Sorry, Brocker. Must have slipped my mind. But if these patterns were the work of a blaze hammer, mayhap that's what it'd take to fix the blade. If you've not heard the term, 'tis where you heat your hammer to extreme temperatures by dipping it in magma. 'Tis hardly e'er used since the hammers like to cool afore you can forge aught with it. Brocker's explained the process to me, but I wonder if that's enough.
It seems 'twill take a rather complex process to restore the sword, but I've no doubt that Sir Sara is up to the task.
I knew it to be so.
Knowing that the patterns on the sword were the work of a blaze hammer complicates matters somewhat. Suppose I'll sleep on it. Mayhap the answer'll come to me on the morrow.
How could that whelp fail to recognize the distinctive traces of a blaze hammer? I thought I taught her better than that. But it's what she does next that really counts.
Tis all rather sudden, but I suppose we've no reason to refuse. Shall we make for the point of departure? Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on. We must be really down on our luck to get caught out in such a downpour.
Take heart. The worst it can do is drench our equipment.
That changes things.
I must be grateful. At least I have a full belly.
We found a chest. Let us examine what it has to offer.
I need not strive to know the unknown.
One wakestone shard is a mere rock, but combined they can work miracles.
We must take care not to throw it away by mistake.
This place gives me an ill feeling. Those who lose their lives on Batali soil are brought here to be prepared for their eternal slumber. I am here to serve. If you require my aid, you have but to ask. Thank you for your patronage.
Batal's Empress has clearly earned the love and respect of her subjects.
Methinks it comes of their mutual devotion. Her Majesty offers up a prayer alongside her people every single day.
'Tis a far cry from Vermund. I cannot count the number of guards I've heard uttered about the Queen Regent.
Tired? Am I losing my touch?
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest town. Can't set off till I've had my due.
No shortage of easy marks. If this is mine... Come on, have at it.
Right, with this, my magics are yours to wield.
See, you've been drenched. Dry off as soon as you can. Vital you remain level-headed. Would that I had dodged that. No less purpose. Prepare yourself.
Bad, eh?
Consider the time one might save, and ferry stones quickly prove themselves an efficient means of travel.
I knew it to be so.
I'll crush you if
These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair.
That
hoping I can't.
This is your chance to prove your mess.
One of us has been poisoned. Battle is to be avoided, I take it, Arisen. Where you do not fall prey to the enemy's attack as we pass.
Tis as you say. What am I to do?
You're trying to piss me off.
We prevailed by the skin of our teeth.
We ought to consider this a lesson. This is what befalls one who lets down their guard. "'Tis a golem." Any hope of victory, we must employ every tool and tactic at our disposal.
As you say, this spell will empower you. Elemental magic.
The simplest strategy that our foe knows to horse. Knock its feet out from under it, and strike ere it recovers.
I don't dare attempt such a feat alone, but together, I think we can manage it.
Allow me to assist.
I'll not be far.
No, focus your attacks.
I shall lead the charge.
Understood. This foe is nigh unstoppable when 'tis wrong. We must do all we can to prevent it from losing its temper. How are we meant to attack it without angering it? No! The Arisen has been poisoned! This material can be used to enhance equipment, and is a rarity besides.
I dare say the quandary of what to do with it is half the joy.
Only fools and urchins go to their point. I suppose we might as well gather what we can.
My patience wears thin.
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
In yourself. This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest town.
If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering.
They...
Only person I believe in is myself.
Oi! Keep out!
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above. Look! Master, a treasure chest! We shall have to find a way to reach it.
About time you showed up. We've been waiting for you. Our mission is simple. Sir Augustin will board the ox cart. We must safeguard it from would-be assailants till it reaches its destination. See to it that none approach. The Queen Regent's supporters will come for Sir Augustin's head. Of this, we can be certain. Oh, a quiet day is a welcome one. Come along now. What was that sound? Who's there?
Hold a moment. I'll be handling Augustin's escort from here.
Foul brigand! We shan't allow Sir Augustin to fall prey to the likes of you!
There's no need for theatrics. I know your aim here. Ah, here's a surprise. We met at the tavern, remember? Fair warning, cuz this craven isn't worthy of your trust.
He speaks madness! Subdue him at once, ere he injures our noble charge!
Why, if 'tisn't Sir Ragnall from the tavern? Now two parties ask our aid, but which is the more deserving?
Whatever choice you make, Arisen, I am sure 'twill be the right one.
I shall take this opportunity to observe our surroundings.
Oh no.
Curse you! All that planning and... for what?
How about you? Fancy about? Apologies, but I, for one, have no desire to test your mettle just now. Follow after me if you can. Succeed, and I'll share the truth of all of this.
The decision is yours, Arisen. I trust in your judgment. Choppers, Master! Really now, what are you doing?
'Tis folly to pick quarrels with beasts.
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
Well, I think there's still... Should it please you, Master, I've a mage that could make short work of our predicament. Shall I assist?
I did my best to match your skill, Master. Come, I'll lead the way. Mayhap the one we're here to meet intends to arrive at a different time of day.
Seems we're a bit stuck. Might we have overlooked
Danger might lurk anywhere. Wear every shadow, and mind the ceiling. Master! Master, can you hear me? Are you unharmed?
Pray, seek an exit. I shall search for a way to rejoin you.
Hoy there. I take it you lost your footing as well? You seem to have fared better than I did. I took the fall for Augustine, only to find myself waist deep in monsters. Still, so long as he escaped, I'd wagered that makes this a job well done. Speaking of, I was to tell you the truth behind all of this, wasn't I? I'll be glad to oblige you, of course, but we ought to get moving first. What say I explain while we search for an exit? Time to get to work. Not bad. From what I've seen of your skills during that mess in the tavern and today's business, I can say you're really something. And my word ought to carry a fair bit of weight, considering my reputation as a warrior of unparalleled skill. Though of late, I've mostly been playing escort to spineless nobles. Turns out, as a sellsword proves himself, the list of those who can afford his services grows shorter and comes to be written in finer ink. Makes for a duller life, though I can't say I've any complaints about the weight of my pockets. Still, I hunger for a real battlefield, where a single misstep spells death. I crave the simplicity of it. There's naught else like it. The clashing of bodies and wills. I'd not say no to a fight with you. Let's have at it when I'm all healed up, eh? Mayhap, I'll not give you a choice in the matter. I'm not sure what's brought me here. I suppose I'll have a few drinks and hit the hay. That escort mission was a trap concocted entirely for your benefit, you know. It was supposed to give those responsible a means to incriminate you. But Augustin is no fool. He had his doubts about his summons to Vermin and hired me to watch over him in an unofficial capacity. So I looked into the cart that would be escorting him, and lo and behold, I found your name. But it wasn't on the list of hired guards, oh no. Rather, your name was on the list of persons to be on guard for. In short, you had been called in to act the part of the culprit. Mark my words, if you'd carried on with them, Augustin would have been slain, and you would have been held responsible. You'd not have stood a chance against all that if it hadn't been for me. Aye, methinks I've earned my pay this time, and then some. I protected my charge and got you away from the scene without your being branded a murderer and thrown in jail. Now all that remains is to escape this place. I expect we'll find a way out soon enough. If we... Still, I've got to wonder where this craven plot came from, and what you did to warrant it. One thing's for certain, you must have powerful enemies in Vermin. But why? 'Tis not as though you're the Arisen True. What? You are the Arisen. Ha! 'Tis a small world indeed. You've piqued my interest even further, cuz I've no business here. Lest I hit the road. Right, let's press on. Judging from the flow of air here, the exit can't be far. Well, this is a right awful place to be cut short. At least you made it out all right. Don't worry, cuz. I'll be fine on my own. After all, I can't afford to die here. We haven't had ourselves a real bout yet. We'll see each other again. You can count on that. And when we do, you'd best be ready for the fight of your life.
We are reunited at last, Master. I do hope you encountered no trouble in the cave.
All done then?
What am I getting myself into? I've no business here. Best I hit the road. When next our paths will cross, who's to say where we'll stand? Don't count on it being the same side.
I espy a treasure chest, but the path to it is unclear at present.
One could almost think this was done to vex us. You would gather materials here, Master. Can we really afford to carry more? while
We've got choppers!
My magics are at your disposal.
My talents lie in combining materials, and I'll use those in my possession to craft things for you in my spare time. "'Twas a fine journey we shared. Wherever your travels take you, I pray you go in health." Are you fit to travel? Then let's not dawdle. I can do no less in service to the risen.
I like that.
I'll save you.
If you would. It was most effective.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it? Shall we see how Harv village fares of late, Master? Follow me. I will guide you to the location.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on. Tis about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
temper. Focus your attacks with pulse. Instilling its pulse is no mean feat, but it can be done.
Look! There! The heart is bared! Now's our chance to strike!
So worthy of caution. Not save our best will do.
No more. Fire! Lightning going to burn your fingers.
We must rally. Panicking will only play to the enemy's advantage. Wear this foe. It has a means to control pawns. We cannot afford to fall prey to such attacks.
Fear not. 'Tis well in hand. I've got a good view of the landscape from up here. Mayhap I'll spot something of interest.
At once, Master. Pray, follow me.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Allow me to lead the way. I can take you to our destination by the optimum route.
Sir Arisen, thank heavens you've come. Saurians have claimed the village yet again, if you can believe it. Just when almost all of the villagers had arrived as well. Oh, why must these scaly fiends beset us so?
Oi! What are you doing, standing about when there's work to be done?
Jonas, this is the good sir I spoke of. The one who called the Saurians for us.
Is that right? Then I expect you to aid us with this mess, stranger. You did it once afore, eh? Only natural you'd help finish the job.
My apologies for the chief's temperament. Yet he speaks truly. We have need of your strength. Pray, cull the beasts as you did before, sir. I dare say you are the only one upon whom we can depend.
I'll gather these now. Now, 'twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most.
There, Master! Saurians!
Heavens no.
A flawless execution.
Would that we might always be so...
The Saurians are no more, I see. That's twice you've come to our rescue now. You're more than a friend to Har Village, Sir Arisen. You are a hero. Truly, we cannot
Here he is! I found our troublemaker!
Jonas! What is the meaning of this?
This blasted beastren went and ventured into Stormwind Cave. How many times have we said none are to tread there? But he just had to poke his nose where it didn't belong. There can be no doubt he's the one who incited the Saurians' attack.
Forgive me. I never meant for any of this to happen.
Trust a beastren to muck things up.
Jonas! Surely there's no need for such talk.
You would say that, wouldn't you? Seems to me beastrens go causing problems, and we humans are lumped with the job of cleaning up after them.
Jonas, please! You're being ridiculous.
Fair!
I do apologize. It would seem things have turned rather uncomfortable. But we mustn't let this sour your triumph. You came to our aid when we needed it most, and for that, you have our gratitude, Sir Arisen. I do hope you shall visit us again anon.
'Twas a rotten note to end things on. I do hope Sir Fioran will be all right.
Leave me in peace.
I suppose we might as well gather what we can.
Mind moving along? You're being very distracting.
Fancy a look at my wares? Fancy a look at my wares? Do come again.
Oh, it takes two to make a sale. And this seller had nothing to tempt us with. Our funds are better spent elsewhere.
The Arisen is ever prudent in the application of coin.
Well met, son.
Well met. Looking to make a purchase? Much obliged, sir.
It is quiet about.
I don't feel safe here.
We have found a material. Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Mayhap I ought to be getting home. Time to be heading home.
I best make myself scarce.
Couldn't tell you how, but the sea changed.
All this worrying's giving me an achy back.
I can scarcely see a thing in the smoke.
Your disposal.
Where the Saurians?
We've earned ourselves a pat on the back.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle. Let me get that.
One of us has been drenched!
With this, my magics are yours to wield. That was impeccably timed, Arisen. Heed your senses. If aught fills out...
Poison ought to be cured with all due haste.
There's no debilitation a curative cannot mend.
Well done.
This obstacle shan't get the better of us. There must be a way to remove it. Ranged attacks are my speciality, Master. Shall I assist?
What's up there? I can't make much out from here, but have a feeling 'twill be worth the climb.
I've a means of getting over there, Arisen. Shall I assist?
Understood. I shall proceed ahead.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
We shall have to crane our necks to spot our foes in a place like this.
We must be ready for anything.
I hope you weren't expecting such great fire fury.
Poison is a nasty affliction. This is my first time clapping eyes on such an item. I expect my own master has yet to even discover it. Would you mind coming over here?
Alas, 'twould seem I've taken on too much.
Perhaps 'tis time we returned to our base of operations and deposited some of our finds.
Methinks there are rare materials to be found hereabouts.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find? To engage.
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away. I can't quite put my finger on it, but aught's changed with this place.
What could be the cause? This demands further investigation.
Wakestone shards are worth their weight in gold, when one has enough of them to combine.
We ought to keep it with care, lest we lose it. The walls are too close for comfort here. Should we encounter trouble, we would be at a disadvantage.
Let us conclude our business and be quit of this place. There is naught to be gained from lingering.
I am honored to be called to your side, Arisen.
Isn't it about time we had ourselves a meal? Oh, what I wouldn't give for a bowl of hot stew.
Very well. I shall return.
Yours isn't a face I'd care to remember.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Fancy a little more wares?
You would gather materials here, Master. Can we really afford to carry more?
A lonely place, but not without its charms.
An impressive view. We can infer much of the lay of the land from here.
I'd gladly cast aside my weapon and laze about here, if the Arisen.
Right you are.
Oh, that looks scrumptious. And I'm positively famished.
Our bellies will last a little longer. Then I shall remain by your side.
So, there is to be an unveiling.
I'm curious to see how the sculpture turned out. Shall we attend, Master? Pray, allow me to show you the way.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
I see our goal has changed. I would not presume to direct our course, but do let me know if you require a guide.
Perhaps the Arisen has recalled some more press. I've got a good view of the landscape from up here. Mayhap I'll spot something of interest.
As a matter of fact, one master I served was quite a carefree soul, shunning armor in all its forms.
You've given me much to think about.
At once, Master.
Where the Saurians? Spell will empower you with elemental magic. What's most effective?
So, there is to be an unveiling. I'm curious to see how the sculpture turned out. Shall we attend, Master? Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
Well, now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.
There's no need to go the long way round, when a shorter route is readily available. Follow me, Master.
My magics are at your disposal.
That battle took more out of me than I...
You truly are formidable, Arisen.
You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking...
I've a knack for gathering items, and am ever on the hunt for new finds. I'll gladly try out any useful mechanisms I espy. I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
So, there is to be an unveiling. I'm curious to see how the sculpture turned out. Shall we attend, Master? Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
Well, now, isn't this lovely? Someone who knows it well. Disposal.
Fire will prove effective against this foe. Have we any means of setting it ablaze?
A gift of fire! Mine don't burn your fingers.
Focus your strength, Arisen!
I have the same spell and will overwhelm our foes without flying magic.
I am saved. Thank you, Arisen. I suppose we might as well gather what we can.
And before I forget, look how many women we count among our number.
And yet, no two of us are the same.
A passage. Here. Truly. There are secrets around every corner.
Pray, keep your wits about you. We needn't go barging in.
Ah, a material. Useful things, these.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
So, there is to be an unveiling. I'm curious to see how the sculpture turned out. Shall we attend, Master? Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
One of us is being drenched! Over here, if you please. Tis this way. Follow me, if you would. Slimes! There! What did you do to provoke it? It was most unwise.
Do be mindful of your surroundings.
This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
Better to rest while we're here than lament our weariness later.
I'd wager there's ought to be found here. We ought to take a closer look.
Over so soon?
I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall in battle so long as I'm around.
Very well. I shall go on ahead. Would you mind coming over here?
If memory serves, there is another place we were to visit not far from here.
Perhaps we ought to go there first. What say you, Arisen? I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace, discussing a curious rumor.
Oh? Did it pertain to the Queen Regent? And an important personage, perchance?
Indeed. Some suppose there is more to her relationship with this Batali dignitary than is publicly known.
My legs are stiff as boards after training.
Lots to be taken care of before the day's done.
You have my fullest confidence. Has there been some development, Your Majesty? Well now, you have divined the Oxcart's destination then. I see. So they were procuring pawns in order to carry out this excavation. The stuff you mention is most curious. It sounds as if 'tis of the same make as the jewel wielded by the Queen Regent's puppet. I had heard pawns face much prejudice in Batal, yet to hear that they are treated as tools to be discarded, and given such perilous tasks, 'tis contemptible indeed. Volcanic Island has long been part of Batal's territory. The lake of lava present there is revered for its flames, which are sacred to the Batali people. Perhaps 'twould be considered blasphemy to give such work to their own. Or could this simply be a means of testing the efficacy of these jewels that allow for the control of pawns? I can offer naught but conjecture. For now, we ought to aim our efforts towards proving that a member of the Vermundian court has been selling pawns. Should we succeed, even the Queen Regent herself could not deflect the people's displeasure. She would doubtless lose their confidence. You have my gratitude, Your Majesty. The evidence you have gathered shall form the stalwart pillar upon which our rightful claim will rest. 'Tis most valuable. So pray, exercise the utmost care when deciding how it ought be used.
At least here the Queen Regent shall face justice. You have succeeded where my own master failed, Arisen.
A resounding success!
What was that round again?
Oh, how I've longed. Our adventure continues.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
A new day, a new perspective.
Stand this.
Oh, there's something written here.
Shall we take a closer look?
I'll have an early supper.
It's been a hard day. My body's not forgiven me for last night's scuffle. Some might find
Now, where was I found
My
again?
stomach's growling. Time for an early supper.
Feeling before I'm too tired?
What? done for?
No!
Well, this is no good.
Cut that out!
Oft we forget the value.
Everyone's as tired as I.
Mayhap I'll seek out a town.
What's that?
In the meantime, I shall endeavor to procure information that would be of benefit to our cause.
Peril can result from movements and caution.
Tis not.
Aye, I'm well enough, thank you.
So, there is to be an unveiling. I'm curious to see how the sculpture turned out. Shall we attend, Master? Pray, allow me to show you the way.
Are you in the market for something in particular? Always a pleasure.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
After you, Arisen.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Have you found any of the items we discussed? Do come again.
Welcome. Pray, follow me.
The rules at your neck. Best chance to stop the course.
Quite a predicament.
You would gather materials here, Master. Can we really afford to carry more?
We have reached our destination.
There's ought to be said for peace and quiet. Time was, you scarce saw any beastrons here in Vernworth, but that's changed in recent years.
overwhelming.
Aye, I'm well enough, thank you.
What, pray tell, are you doing here?
Patrons, connoisseurs, friends, my humblest thanks for joining me here at the unveiling of my collection's crowning jewel. There is much more I should like to say, but the anticipation is apt to kill me should I stall another moment. Let us gaze upon the sculpture now. Why, what splendid work this is! Let us give a round of applause for young Fulvio, who breathed life into this block of stone, and for the good Arisen, who aided him in his noble venture.
That sculpture was rather impressive, wasn't it? It was well worth rendering our aid, thanks.
Huzzah! You've done it!
That griffin is something, isn't it? At last, my collection is complete.
I'd say it turned out all right, wouldn't you? Thanks again. I couldn't have managed half as well without that sketch.
It's quiet about.
You have my admiration. I doubt even my own master has obtained an article so rare.
predicament. Surely I can permit myself but a moment's rest.
I'm dead on my feet after today's training.
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
Looking for orders in particular.
Isn't much to go on. Go on, have a look.
Times are hard.
Lots to do. Precious little time.
You're the one who brought that regalia sword here in the first place, aye? I want a word. It's that fool apprentice of mine. I haven't seen her since yesterday. Knowing her, she skipped off to the mountain base cave on Volcanic Island to try her hand with a blaze hammer. It's the only place with enough heat, see? Since you're the one who inspired this nonsense, you'd best go find her. And bring her back in one piece, lest I ring my hammer against that hollow shell you call a skull!
A customer, then. That changes things.
Days like this make that alive.
Look as long as you please. Always a pleasure.
Nothing caught your eye? Oh, that's a shame. Let's hope there's aught worth our coin next time.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
Say, are you satisfied with your current appearance? Because I sense you yearn for a change. You wish to shine like a jewel among your peers. Is that not so? Well, lucky you. I am here to see your wish granted. Now, where was I bound again?
The spirit of a woman half my age.
Wearing armor all day feels like a punishment.
Do watch where you're going. You'll hurt yourself. One of the... days.
Oh, don't mind me. These things happen.
We cannot pass this way, it seems. Let us scour for a way around.
I am sorely disappointed.
Polishing my armor can wait till the morning.
Make it look easy, but only from experience. Well met. Lots to do.
What to do? What to do?
Forever if I had precious little time. The chance to put my feet up is as welcome as fine ale.
Stars. I'm nodding off where I stand.
Why? Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny. They have their uses.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty. I dare say I've accomplished a few feats to be proud of, at least. Shall we discuss tactics now or later?
A troubling rumor has reached my ears, and methinks I ought to share it. It is said there is an illness pawns can contract beyond the rift that inflicts unspeakable harm on those around them. As it progresses, the pawn gradually loses all self-control, and in time will even cease to heed the Arisen's commands.
Can that really be true? I don't like the sound of it at all.
My knees have been acting up of late.
Come, I'll lead the way.
We are under attack!
A gift of fire! Mind you don't burn your fingers. You are mighty indeed, Arisen.
Master, watch out! I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
The enemy has called reinforcements. It seems they need to match our might through strength of numbers.
My magics are at your disposal. Most effective.
Together now. The attack is won.
I shall lead the charge.
Our chances of victory are slim. The prudent choice would be to beat a hasty retreat. Methinks
I be without you, Arisen? Let me be the one to collect it. Why don't we have a taste? There's surely no harm in it.
I've been on my feet all day. My legs are...
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
'Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? I'm a goner.
Master, 'twould be prudent to rid yourself of any excess items.
A larger audience would mean more pockets to
worse things than A good sleep does wonders.
Not much has changed since I was a girl.
Surely I'm overdue in my armor. Can wait till the morning.
Well met.
Dead on my
Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
I had every faith our paths would cross again, Arisen. I'm well glad to be traveling by your side again.
Hail, Arisen. 'Tis plain you've been training diligently in my absence. An unexpected reunion.
Sir Sara has gone to the mountain base cave alone. It sounds a...
Why? Peruse at your leisure, sir. Always a pleasure.
Pray, follow me. Over here, Master. Did you lose sight of me? fighting on an incline. It will make overpowering our foes all the simpler. Focus your strength, Arisen! An opening. Focus your attacks.
I shall lead the charge!
Understood.
'Twas a trial indeed, but one we surpassed with skill.
Of course! The fight would have been lost without you, Arisen. Magics are at your disposal. You would gather materials here, Master. Can we really afford to carry more?
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
Try not to get hit, lest all that wind go to waste.
I will protect you.
With this, my magics are yours to wield. That ladder looks promising, but we'll have to drop it down from above. You're staring, Arisen. Has aught yonder caught your eye?
Rally! Reinforcements have come to aid our foe! We are to retreat, then?
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Come, I'll lead the way.
You have my protection.
My magics are at your disposal. could achieve if we honed our talents further.
Over here.
More harpies are about. You safeguard the Arisen, and I'll handle the remainder.
At once, Master.
Oft do we call on you to carry the burdens we cannot. I must thank you. Your toil keeps me light on my feet. I see you've been drenched. Dry off as soon as you can.
You truly are formidable, Arisen.
Master, I discovered a treasure chest hereabouts during my last journey beyond the rift. Shall I guide you to it? Allow me to lead the way. I should like to put my knowledge to good use.
Well, now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
Well, I'm sure there's... A fine display of skill.
Think nothing of it.
Bad idea.
Pray, follow me. One never can have too many of these.
Let us take care when and how we put them to use.
One can see well into the distance from here.
Vermont has its charms, but so too Batal.
Come, I'll lead the way. Here we are. The person we're here to meet is nowhere to be seen. Shall we come back later?
Seems we're a bit stuck. Might we have overlooked aught of import?
"'Tis this way. Over here, if you please.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny. They have their uses.
You'll like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find.
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
Prepare you! This spell will empower you with elemental magic.
I miscalculated.
Hang in there. Help will surely come. Am I the only one getting knocked about?
Here. must assess the situation. How many of us are still standing? This is generally used as a material. Master, I'm not sure how much longer I can keep going without rest.
You're a funny one. I've a favour to ask. Will you hear me out, cuz?
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself. This should be of use.
I may have gotten a little reckless, but that's all in the past now, isn't it?
Should you need to communicate in Elvish, pray call upon me. I would be only too glad to assist. Let us work together to honor the Arisen's trust.
Gathered materials here, Master. Can we really afford to carry... The stars glimmer gorgeously this night.
Right you are.
Phantasms, best be on your guard. No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Well, we've eaten our fill. What say we settle our stomachs with a few hours' sleep?
I quite agree. Best we recuperate our strength before we set off again.
suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure. Ooh, I can't wait to find out what's inside. This is just what's needed. I'll incant the same spell and will overwhelm our foe without divine magic.
We need reinforcements over here.
Witness my magic.
This boulder looks mighty heavy, but we might just be able to move it if we combine our efforts.
Would anyone care to push?
With this, my magics are yours to wield.
Lay down your arms before you hurt yourself.
Onward!
That was hard won.
Let us pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and try not to slip up again. Come to think of it, I find myself reflecting on the time I fell in battle.
Ah, yes. Well do I know the pain of unbidden remembrance. Sir Sara has gone to the mountain base cave alone. It sounds a perilous place. We ought hasten to her side. Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Where the archers' volleys. Their arrows can pierce us from beyond our line of sight.
One cannot be too careful. I'm all for smelling the roses, but just now I'd rather press on.
We shall be ill prepared for battle if we rest overmuch.
Well done.
This brute has quite the temper.
Why do we not use their rage to our advantage?
No quarrel.
Foremost, we'll want to knock... Off balance. You'll prove a much easier target when lying prone.
I'm not dead.
Need healing. I'm happy to oblige. Hold just a moment. The enemy's movements have grown sluggish.
We must make the most of this opportunity.
I shall lead the charge!
My own master must hear of this tactic.
Surely not!
It is done. Thank you, Arisen. And oh, Richard, to have completed the task my master set for me.
Not a bad idea.
You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you?
Arisen, aren't you forgetting something? There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.